5.3. Oh yeah, baby. Let's check this shit out, man. It's on its way out. Okay, and this is going to be a brief video where I talk about all the changes that are happening in it. All right, this is going to be an overview of all the changes. In the description is going to be specific videos on each topic, okay? I apologize. It's going to be a long video, but as I said, if you're looking for a specific topic instead of a general overview, check out the description. I also apologize as I have what the Europeans call hay fever or terrible allergies in the United States, and my nose is so fucking blocked up. So if I make some strange noises throughout, I apologize. Anyway, let's get right into it. 5.3 on its way out. We got the overview first. All right, eye level upgrading returns. This is a big fucking deal for me. I really, really am excited for this. Massive PvP overhaul. You know, they are changing a lot of stuff in the middle of a season. I'm not really sure why. Scenario changes, new additions, including heroic scenarios. How wicked is that? That's going to be cool. We'll talk about that. Legendary quest continues, although I did make a mistake. It's not a legendary metagem on the slide. It's legendary cloak. Tons of class changes. Big new AoE healing mechanics, so big buffs for a lot of those classes. Pet reworks, class pet reworks like hunter pets. Actually, not hunter pets, I guess. Gargoyle, you know, the DK pet, stuff like that. We'll talk about that. Major pet battle changes, and a lot of changes like the Brawlers Guild editions, Battle for Barrens, and more. So let's get right into it. And as I said, if you want to see anything specific, videos in the description. Item level upgrades. Boom! I cannot wait for this to come back, man. This is the best part about these patches. If you remember in 5.1, this was already implemented, and it is back, ladies and gentlemen. Upgrading PvE epics with Valor, upgrading PvP epics with Conquest. Number changes are a big deal this time around because previous it used to be 750 per upgrade. You understand that? 750, and now it's 250, and that's per one upgrade. So you used to need 1,500 Valor to upgrade once. All right, and now you only need 500 to upgrade once. How nice is that? That's a good change, right? And that's going to take the place of gradual nerfs. Like in Dragon Soul, when they had the gradual nerfs, they had, you know, once every month or so, they'd come out with a 5% nerf. Well, this is taking the place of that. Now you're able to get 8 upgrades week 1, and if you stockpile 3k Valor, that's going to be a huge nerf across the board for all those bosses. Massive eye level upgrades for the entire raid, and then every week from there, you're going to get new gear, new Valor. You better be spending it. And if you're not, it's your own fault. Blizzard doesn't have to even monitor. That's great. Great. I love it. I personally love it. Massive PvP changes. New Battleground and Arena. That's in the comment. I got a video on each of those. Character base percent resil. Big change right there. I don't know why the fuck they're doing this, but now they've basically taken resilience from gear, and you now have 65% base resil. They're talking about new players, not gear, stuff like that. I understand that. Makes sense to me, but I'm telling you right now, I am going to fucking love this shit because when all those fucking idiots, when all those idiots come out try to gank me while I'm waiting for a raid to start or some shit, they can't kill me now. They can't fucking kill me now. So what are they going to do when I got 75 or 65% base resil? Oh, they're going to fucking laugh their ass off. I got 500k out standing still, and these guys are trying to kill me. I got 65%. They can't kill me now. I just, holy shock, I healed them up more than they did in damage. I cannot wait for that. But they're going to make instanced PvP have item level scaling, so people like me aren't going to be able to go into PvP with like full 525 eye level and raffle stomp the people in the PvP gear. Obviously, it makes sense. They're also changing the way tanks interact with the flag, if I remember correctly. I don't have that on the spreadsheet, but I know there's they're trying to encourage non-tanks to go to Battlegrounds instead of all tanks taking the flag. Sorry, and then PvP weapon enchants and cosmetic tabards. I don't know a lot about them, but I know they're in. There's probably a lot more PvP stuff as well, but I honestly don't follow it, and unfortunately, like I said, I don't have much info on it. So we're going to move on to the new scenarios. Now, these are cool. People bitch all the time. They're like, cry, we want fucking dungeons. Well, let me tell you this. You don't get fucking dungeons because there's a thing called challenge mode, and if they put dungeons in, they'd have to add challenge modes, and that would fuck everything up. Right, so obviously I guess they could add dungeons without challenge modes, but what's the point? LFR is doing its job, so we got new scenarios. New stuff to add that doesn't actually have to do with gear. Blood in the Snow, Dark Heart of Pandaria. Heavy lore. We got videos on both of them. Me and Side checked them out. They're fucking awesome. The Horde one is especially good. The Dark Heart of Pandaria is especially good. Blood in the Snow is the Alliance one. Then we checked out the Battle of the High Seas, and I have no fucking clue what it is. It was kind of broken when we went in there, so maybe they fixed it since. But there's a Johnny Depp reference. That's about all that I saw in there. There's nothing special. And then Secrets of Ragefire is massive allusions to 5.4 stuff. Obviously, some crazy shit happening down there, and you're gonna see. There's a video on that as well. So heroic scenarios, pre-made groups you have to have. You cannot queue for these alone. You have to have 3 people, and then you queue. And then it's gonna offer bonus rewards. And not all normal scenarios will be available on heroic, which is whatever. But more importantly, the pre-made groups, they're trying to make it so people have to actually think about what they're doing in these instead of just queuing in with random people and whatever happens, happens. And I like that concept, but I also like the concept of not having to fly to the scenarios. That's more of a challenge mode thing, so that's a good thing. We'll see. I guess it's supposed to give decent gear as well. You need like 490 eye level, so should be good once you're in there. What else? We got class mechanics, I believe, is next. Tons of individual buffs and nerfs. Way too much for me to talk about. I can't possibly talk about it all in this video. So you guys check them out individually. But here what we are talking about is the healing changes. Obviously, I'm a healer. Better smart healing and targeting. Currently, smart healing is a bit broken and kind of just chooses targets at random. I don't know the algorithm, but one way or the other, they're changing it to make it better. And it's not bad as it is, so it's only going to be a buff. And then 25-man AoE healing, massive, massive, massive buffs. They're basically doubling the healing efficacy of all of these spells. Divine Hymn, Vampiric Embrace, which is a Shadow Priest spell, not a healing spell, Revival, and Tranquility. And what they're doing here is they're making it so currently Tranquility, these abilities, they hit only 6 targets, right? So it's good, really good in 10-man, but pretty weak in 25-man compared to it. And that's why you have a cooldown for healing throughput and a cooldown for damage decrease. So Spirit Link and Tranquility at the same time kind of thing, you know what I mean? But now Tranquility is going to heal for, I think it's 13 targets instead of 6. Oh, it's going to fucking double. I mean, it's going to heal for double as more. And that is going to be a huge buff. Monks, shamans kind of, or not shamans, monks, druids kind of on the low end of the charts because of how overpowered bubbles are from Disc Priests and Paladins. They're going to just shoot up to the top spot, I guarantee it, because those, when you need the, especially like Heroic Jinrock, that kind of damage, you're going to take those fucking buffs, they're going to go nuts. And then big pet buffs. Diabolic's about to get that gargoyle, you know what I mean? They're basically changing the way the pet operates. He's going to be more efficient. He's not going to like have some downtime when casting and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more efficient. So Gargoyle, Force of Nature, Mirror Images, Water Elemental, Searing Totem, Doomguard, Wild Imp. So obviously mages, bombkins, DKs, warlocks. These are big changes. Shaman as well for the Noobing Totem. Really good change. I can't wait to see that. And between all the individual buffs, the pet buffs, the AoE healing, and the eye level upgrades, man, 5.3 is essentially going to nerf TOT to the ground. It's going to be hilarious how much easier some of the bosses you've been working on are going to be. I cannot wait to see it. And then obviously pet battle. Not a lot of people interested in this probably, but we're going over it anyway. Tons of individual pet changes, just as I said in the previous. You'll have to check this out if you want to see it your own. I'm not going to go through it all. Spectator mode. Let's fucking stop here. If you're a fucking idiot who thinks that because they added a spectator mode for pet battles and not for arena, that they don't care about arena, or this is like their way of telling the community they don't care, go ahead and press the dislike button and stop watching the video. And go ahead, if you're subscribed, go ahead and unsubscribe, because you're a fucking idiot and I don't want you watching my videos, to be completely honest with you. If you think that all they did is just change it, so now instead of seeing a guy standing there, you see a guy actually pet battling. Boom, boom. You see the pet actually battling. It's nothing. It's not. You're already there. It's nothing. The arenas are instanced. It's not even close to being the same thing. It's so far removed that anybody who even makes that comparison is just they're just a retard, unfortunately. Anyway, there's also big accuracy changes. There'll be that thread in the description. Pet battling in raids, probably a bad thing for me because people are going to be doing it on trash and shit, but now you can actually see people battle. So I'm watching Elto and Vic fucking battle, and I'd be like, boom, 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 let's go Vic, let's go Vic. I could actually watch the battle happen. It's a really good change. And then the trainer battles in Pandaria are going to offer more valor, more experience, and more lesser charms, which is a cool thing. Obviously good to get more lesser charms and valor as well, I guess. New quests and achievements, new pets in BC raids, size covered all this. Wow, how nuts is this? So they're going to probably do this for every patch now. like every big patch anyway. Probably Wrath Raid's next, you know what I mean? But it's the same way as it was in 5.1 when they added pets for the classic raid. So you go check that out. But anyway, Brawler's Guild's up next. Really cool stuff. I really like Brawler's Guild Edition 5.1, and now we got 2 more tiers of it. More bosses, I think 8 more bosses, more ranks. VIP area. We got coverage of all this stuff. It's going to be in the description if you want to see the bosses. VIP's area, there's like a ship, like a Zeppelin, like a Horde Zeppelin floating above. And shit like that, just like that, just like that, floating above. And that's where you're going to be. And I think there's a pretty funny like monkey up there or some shit. It's pretty good. He's making a comment about how when he lost to Bruce, everybody cheered for Bruce, just like when Gamer Fan was doing it, if you watch that video. Challenge card's going to allow you to pick which bosses you want to play, so better than the current model. Extra invite once you're rank 9, so after you beat the first half of the bosses, you get a new invite for your pals, maybe an alt as well. Mounts and more. We got the Brawlers Mushan size. Got a video on that. That's in the description. You can check that out. Probably the most important thing in all of the patch is the Battlefield Barrens. Oh yeah, heavy implications for 5.4. Very, 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 very interesting stuff here. If you've seen my video on it already, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if not, you can go check it out now. It's in the description. It's a limited time world even. Okay, because I don't know how to put a T after the word event. And anyway, it's limited time, so I would stop what you're doing, stop dicking around, and go check it out. If you haven't checked it out when this patch is live, please do it because this patch is not going to be out for long. 5.4 is going to be out, not soon, but probably in the middle of the summer, like maybe July. So you're only going to get 2 months of this event, and once 5.4 comes out, this is it because we take to Garage. You know what I mean? So all these things are gone. And it's a really, really cool thing. People bitched about Pandaria's transition. There was no world event for Pandaria. Well, now you got one. This is it. This takes that place. And this is probably cooler than anything they could have did for that. So there's going to be some lower eye-level gear as well for catch-ups, PvPers or, people, alts, new players, stuff like that. There's also going to be cosmetic classic dungeon sets, which is pretty cool because if you remember Dungeon Set 2, they put it in as the Darkmoon Fair shit, and it's really probably one of the best sets in the game, to be honest with you. I like Dungeon Set 2 a lot better than I like some of the raid sets at that time. It just looked really cool. And now the trolls are in open rebellion, so you're going to see Orgrimmar change a lot. You're going to see Zandalari, not Zandalari, what's the name of that? The Darkspear shit, you're going to see that change a lot. The island that we reclaimed at the end of Cataclysm, or I guess before Cataclysm, stuff like that's going to change a lot. So, we got videos of that already. That's in the description. I'm sorry, I'm so sick. I hope it's not. It's probably terrible to listen to, but anyway, then the final thing you're going to deal with is the miscellaneous stuff. We got legendary cloaks, as I've already said. That's going to be a huge, huge, huge upgrade. You're already able to work on it now. You need the Titan Runestones, if I remember correctly. You need 12 of those. I've only got like 4 so far. It's pretty hard to get. They don't drop very often. Loot specialization. This is a fucking good thing. This is a really, 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 really good thing. So say I'm queuing. I'm a healer. I'm going into looking for raid. Well, I don't want healing gear anymore. I've gotten all the healing gear. So I want to get some ret gear, which is what I'm going to be fucking doing. I'm going to get an instant queue as a healer. I'm going to heal my ass off, and I'm going to pick that I want ret gear. You can change it. Right-click your character. You pick which loot specialization you want, and you're going to get gear from the regular roll and the bonus roll for that spec. How great is that? Nobody has to dick around switching specs and stuff. Big, big changes for the bonus roll as well. There's going to be a chance that you're going to get a larger than usual amount of gold. Sounds dumb, but I think it's fucking awesome because to be honest with you, when I'm using tokens and shit, and I don't even really need gear from there, I would not mind a few hundred gold. 35 gold, whatever, that's good. But this is going to make it a profitable, this is profitable now. If you're going to get 100 some gold, fuck yeah, man, I'll do it. And then protection for bad luck streaks is probably the biggest thing everybody wants to know about. Whenever you don't get gear, you get a chance of getting more, a better chance of getting gear on the next token. And eventually it guarantees you're going to get gear. This really doesn't change anything because the way luck works, the way statistics works is that every time you don't get gear, the next time you're statistically more prone to get it. But now I guess they've implemented some system to make like double the chance or something because, I don't know. I've never really had to worry about it. I get gear, not often, but 1 in every 6 or so tokens. I don't know how people don't, because the chances are just astronomically low. But anyway, now that's going to fix it. So all you people crying about that shit, much easier to gear up alts and stuff like that. Challenge mode daily bag. Trying to make people do more challenge modes, but I don't think they need to, because challenge modes are awesome. Anybody who's done it before should know they're awesome. But now if you do the daily, you get a chance. You get a bag that has a chance of 517 eye level gear. So if 5 new people do challenge modes, one of them's probably going to get that piece of gear. That's a big upgrade. That's good stuff. 522 is the current eye level. So, and then there's some dungeon leveling changes overall. Gate of the Setting Sun has been added to the normal list. So at 89, you're going to be able to do that. That was currently heroic only. So it's going to, instead of only those 4, it's going to make it a bit more interesting. And then a huge EXP nerf for 87 to 90. I believe it's 30% across the board. So that's fucking awesome. I mean, 30% means you could just cut out Dread Waste, and I fucking hate Dread Waste. But that's everything, man. That is it all. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments section below. I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm so sorry about being so sick. I hope this. I remember I was terribly sick the last time I made this 5.2 one as well. I don't know what the trend is, but anyway, hope it wasn't too bad to listen to. In the description is all the stuff you'll want to see about the, the other, like the more specific stuff on all these topics, so you can check that out. If not, have a good day. And I hate to tell you to get fucked, but if you're not gonna have a good day, then you might as well do it. So we will see you guys later.